Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online and welcome to sisi, where we are going to check out the new camera options that CCP wants us to see and test here on sisi. It's actually pretty important from what I've read. They're planning to have like an opt-in launch in the December release already. So yeah, let's take a look at it. I tried using it a little bit during the mass test, but I couldn't quite figure everything out. So I just needed to take my time a bit more, read the forum post as well. And now let's get started. So I just grabbed a quick mission, a level 3 mission to do in my prophecy here. Shouldn't be a big deal, but it should give me the opportunity to do a little bit of testing when it comes to the new camera options. So here we are now in the classical camera options, and something is a little bit weird. Let's see. Aha, that is because the tracking is on. So let's just straight up go into trying the new camera. Let's click that on, and now we are back. And you may notice it, maybe not, but the field of view in this view is actually slightly different. So it's a little bit more narrow. I think that means that your ship looks smaller and other things look bigger, which I think is pretty cool. This is actually the orbit camera. So I think you can already tell the difference. It's a little bit less responsive. There's like a little bit of a delay on it, but there's also like a floating effect whenever you do a zoom in or a zoom out. Especially on the zoom in, it's quite noticeable that it will slowly zoom in to its point of reference. And that is pretty cool, especially from a cinematic standpoint. Now, unfortunately, so far it looks like if I press camera tracking, that doesn't work just yet. So let's hope that they can fix that, because combine this view with camera tracking and then some of these delayed smooth zoom-ins like that, I think you could get some extraordinary shots. The one thing that I don't like about the new field of view is how busy the sky looks. That just looks a little bit too bright, too busy. For my taste. Also looks a little bit close. You can pretty much tell that it's like a skybox. That would maybe be my one piece of advice here. Also, you can see that we're much closer to the nebula. I don't really like that. I would like to see that maybe toned down or something like that. But other than that, at least it seems functional enough. So let's head towards the mission. Agent mission, intercept the smugglers. Let's also quickly read details, because I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. Ambush the convoy when it arrives and then report back to your agent. Okay, that should be doable. But the one camera mode that I'm actually looking forward to a lot, I would need tracking camera for this, and then maybe make some videos in this orbit mode. That could be really cool. I like the slight delay and the slight continued motion of the camera, especially on the zoom in. That is actually pretty cool how it actually ends up settling. Maybe that was just a little bit too brusque at the end, but if you don't go for the very closest like that, as you can see, yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. But if you're in missions, if you're in combats and there's a lot more going on, there's actually different options. So now without the tracking camera, this is actually pretty annoying to try and find the actual target. So I should obviously also stop hiding all overview breaks so that I can actually see something. Let's do a quick, well, maybe we'll go like this, activate this, and then we'll deploy medium drones. What the hell? Let's just get that going here. But yeah, you can switch on these 3 buttons to first person camera. That's maybe for a bit later. You've got the orbit camera, which we're now, but now here you go, tactical camera. Now that is cool, because with my right mouse button, I can actually go right in and start zooming in on my targets, for instance. And these guys, do I have the range? I do, 41 kilometers. Let's start firing some missiles at them. And then this is, in my opinion, pretty awesome, especially for like an FC. in a small fleet or in a big fleet, I think that this has a lot of potential. Now I can definitely zoom in quite a bit. If I want, I can also disable the tactical, but honestly this feels like a part of the tactical camera setting, so I like this. That one is down, so let's put the drones on these guys, keep hammering that one, and in the meantime they are attacking my shields, but that's quite okay. But this is awesome. The one thing that I'm missing, let's see if alright, I can actually also select different targets. I'm not sure how that's going to work. So now that one just died. Okay, so the white line showing your active target, that's pretty cool. But what I would like is to have like an ability to just snap right back to my ship. Like for instance, if I would press space now, I would be somewhere completely different, but I would want to get back close to my ship. I would feel like pressing space or double space would actually do what I need to do. That can't be all for this mission. Let's maybe attack the spaceport. Would that be what I need? Let's press F, maybe also fire a volley of torpedoes at these guys. Is that like a trigger or not? Read details. Don't tell me that was it. Can't be it. Fly to the spaceport, ambush the convoy when it arrives, and then report back to your agent. So maybe I just need to approach it. Return in orbit. Let's keep approaching it. Let's see if I can actually trigger the mission. But yeah, this tactical view, honestly, this feels really good. Look how far I can zoom out as well. So that's pretty much independent. Yeah, as far as you want. You can see the entire grid here, I guess. Yeah, one thing that I don't like is I would need like a fast way to zoom back in on part of the actions. Maybe like with the shift select. Or maybe with both mouse buttons or something like that. It would need to do that. Now actually approach the spaceport at 0. And apparently I didn't. Aha, finally. Here is some more combat coming in. Tactical overlay. Can I actually see them here? They should be at 40 kilometers. Up or down. Nothing. Aha, there they are. Right at the back of me. Let's start reapproaching them. We can get rid of this, and then here we've got some convoy guards as well. And yeah, with this tactical overlay, I do tactical camera view. Yeah, tactical camera. I feel that this is pretty damn cool, and it's going to be quite useful and might even become the way I play EVE Online, just in general, you know, on average. We'll of course need to see, but. Yeah, there, the white line towards your active target, that's pretty cool. You have a very nice overview of the entire battlefield, and I definitely feel decently in control. Yeah, what I'm missing is a fast zoom in on something. So this is a little bit too slow, maybe. Maybe the zooming is just a little bit too slow. Can I do it with both my... Oh, I can't do that. But then, of course, how do I know what I'm zooming in on? Yeah, that is maybe one thing that we would need to see improved a little bit. But yeah, you would definitely move from a top view, like in an RTS. And then just, if you need to then start going in a different direction, you can just double click to have your ship go in that direction while stuff is being fired at here from a distance. Very, very nice in my opinion. So they are dying. That is gonna be a guard down here pretty soon. Well, we've got individual drones going after individual ships. That should also be quite a bit easier to do. So let's start firing this. All right, there is a slight flash happening here and there. That is a bit annoying. Not sure if I'm going to be able to reproduce that one. Where is my ship at? Okay, right here. So here we've got a transport. Let's press a bit of an orbit on that one. And then we've got, yeah, here you have it again. So all of a sudden it becomes like brighter, kind of weird, and now it's gone again. So not sure what that is, but I'm really liking this perspective, to be honest. I think that that's pretty cool. What is it that makes the bubble go so bright and then not anymore? So yeah, it is Aha, it's the range of this module. Okay, that's a bit overwhelming, to be honest, CCP. I feel like that may need to be toned down just a touch. So it's because of the range of the target painter that you get that very bright thing, and then a few seconds later it's actually going to, or when I select something else, yeah, like that. Okay, that, I don't know, that maybe you might want to tone that down a little bit. But the tactical camera here feels really nice and very, very helpful. This is definitely going to change the way that we experience combat missions and especially fleet actions, I think, in EVE Online. I absolutely love this perspective. It feels a little bit like you're inside the scanner map, but then only for the grid, and that you have you have a much better overview of everything that's on field and happening. What I would personally like to see is a few better options to, like, if I want to zoom in on these wrecks, I should be able to do that with like a selection box, or maybe a combination of like double both mouse buttons or something like that, and it should like try and bring everything that I've selected into the screen. That is one thing that I would like to see, and then maybe a snap back to my ship, so that if I'm all the way over here and there's fleet action happening, all of a sudden I get like a warning because yeah, they're attacking me. I should be able to like double click and go to my ship to maybe yeah, give a different order close by, give a movement order or something like that. But for a basis for the tactical camera, this is definitely pretty damn cool. So let's go back to the station. I think that's gonna be it for the mission. Yep, it's got a small V next to it. Let's warp back with the tactical camera on. Let's see how that works. My drones are back. Yes, I am. I'm repped as well. We can cut the afterburner and warping off. Let's see how that works. Honestly, this gives, like, I tend to always play the game from pretty close to my ship to be able to tell what's happening to the ship and nearby, and then I would just zoom around the camera trying to see it. That's because I play like solo, very small gang. I never have the big tie-dye fights or anything like that. But you know, I can just see the ease of use of this type of camera, and the absolutely better amount of information that you're gonna get in bigger fleet fights, that this is going to completely change how we experience the game, in my opinion. So, alright, I can just warp in here, and this makes the game feel much more tactical. I like it. So let's complete this mission, request another one, because there is, of course, one camera mode, which is also in Nogere, and it's again against Serpentis. Intercept the personnel transport. Alright, let's go do that. And I do want to take a look at first person camera view as well, of course. So let's maybe go back. Oh, I undocked and I went right back to the orbital camera, which is actually what I wanted to do anyway. So let's go back into the mission and try and do this, start this mission classical style. So not with the tactical camera, but with the orbit camera, which will be as close to current EVE Online gameplay as what I'm used to, except no tracking, so no C for the tracking. And then at one point we'll definitely switch to the first person camera view and take a look at that, maybe do like a bit of an approach on something and then try to shoot it. So unauthorized military presence, read details, what was it that I have to do? Acquire goods. I have to acquire 10 militants. Intercept the personnel transport, destroy its guards, and bring the militants to your agent. Okay, so this is with the gate. That's good, because that gives me the opportunity to try it out classical style first. So what would I do upon warping in? Of course, I would grab these two. In a case like this, I would start orbiting the acceleration gate, get out some small drones to make them handy. But I would expect the camera to track these targets. So I pretty much need this to be brought back into this camera mode as well, so that I can actually go and have a look at where my drones are heading, to keep an eye on them and things like that. But other than that, yeah, I just don't really like the field of view feels maybe a bit too narrow at the moment, because the background lost a bit of its precision. It's clearly just a backdrop at the moment. Unfortunately, it's no longer the Evoline space. I definitely prefer the look from the tactical camera, even to this, for the background. So let's grab the gate then next. Quick afterburner. And then, yeah, let's see what will greet us next. I do like the cinematic feel and move of the camera like this. But yeah, the background, maybe just don't narrow the field of view. Don't change that. I think I prefer that. Although I can imagine in a battle with lots of ships where you focus on that rather than on the background, that could look better. Yeah, I just don't really prefer it at the moment. And so here we go. Next mission pocket, we'll start just going straight for these guys who are at 90 kilometers. And is there anything closer by? Yes, all right. So there's some guys over here closer by. Let's do it like this. Break out the mediums. We'll just be approaching our first target, who is right there. And first person view, please. Activating missiles. And my target is at 25 kilometers. I wonder, it's WASD. Can I actually use that, or the arrow keys? No. Alright, that one just died. Let's approach the next one. Bring that stuff in while we have missiles going out. Alright, we're gonna get rid of you as well. That way, I think for frigate fights, and again for making videos in bigger fights, this could be cool. The shots here, that is a problem. Okay, that definitely should not clip right on top of the camera, to be honest. So if I then press approach that one, do I start turning towards them or something? So far, not really. I pressed approach, but nothing really happened. Alright, you're going to go down next then. Unfortunately, everything just dies too quickly. Oh, I'm still used to the tracking camera, I guess. Yeah, add in tracking camera so that that actually works, and that would be pretty damn good. Let's see. Okay, now this did work. I actually did turn on an approach command, so that's good news. Maybe I wasn't clicking forcefully enough or something like that. So let's approach this second pack here. Hammerheads should be floating around me. We'll do a quick reload. And this is, again, a unique new way of looking and experiencing the game. For videos, I can see this being pretty cool for maybe interceptors and frigates as well. And maybe for the bigger ships, definitely not. But let's see if I now press approach. Maybe I'll just keep spamming that. Yeah, it will slowly do that. But yeah, this is one thing that I think they should try to get rid of. That is the fact that, let's get on top of a defender here, start firing. The fact that their E-War and hits like break right on top of the camera view. So that's not really that great. It should just go straight past my camera, to be honest. That would definitely, this kills the immersion. I gotta be honest, this definitely kills the immersion. Have that just go straight past me, and then we're talking about nice video footage, I think. But okay, we've got another watchman over there. Let's start approaching him. Yeah, now you can see this turn. That is pretty cool. If there's anyone that we might want to approach, it's that one there again. One of my drones is being attacked. And so now we'll just start attacking him with everything we've got while we come closer and closer to him. Luckily, my ship is sturdy enough that I can handle it without having to really worry about the tank. Okay, I can actually zoom in a bit. Can I zoom in enough? Like this. Okay, interesting that I could just zoom in like that. So now we're gonna approach him. Yeah, you get a little bit of a sense of speed, and then missiles should be flying towards him. Let's see if we can actually get him in screen before he is destroyed. Yeah, if I zoomed out, of course, it would be, but you don't see the details too well just yet. All right, let's go for that one. Let's see if we can actually watch him. Here's my turning. All right, he's already dead. Approach that one then. Anything visible? There he goes. But you have to be quite zoomed out to actually see him. Yeah, now he did come pretty close. We're gonna turn after him, but he's just destroyed by my missiles. Alright, well, we're gonna have to get used to that, of course, a little bit. So you start approaching that one. And in the meantime, yeah, we'll just try to take care of something else and really try to get up close and personal with that transport so that we can actually see some details. That one can die from missile fire. So here we go now. We're approaching that final transport. Let's maybe see what it looks like if we do an orbit at 500. That's some fire coming towards me. That is pretty cool. But if I'm fully zoomed out... No. Oh, goddammit, don't kill him just yet. Approach F. Let's see if I can actually get another visual on him. Now this is cool, right? Because it's blasters, I guess, that it actually just goes past me and it's not as visible when the shots are right on top of my camera. But some of these shots are pretty cool when you're just straight up approaching him like that. And now let's see what happens if I fire my missiles. Boom! And then I have to turn away because we're looking in the other direction. And then he explodes. Yeah, look at the explosions coming from the left side here. Pretty damn cool. We'll return the drones and we'll try the same with the Chief Scout here. You've just been target painted. So this is my target painter. Alright. So there come his shots, including misses. My target painter is now gone. Let's try another effect. That one. Now this is how the target painter should look as well. Not coming from right in front of me, but coming from on my wings, on my hard points. So yeah, that is one thing. Fix the placement of where, like this. But unfortunately, the placements end up pretty much on your ship, and like that, it's pretty cool. Look at how close you just got to be to that enemy ship. That is really cool. Now we can also fire off some missiles, and then this is a unique view, and it looks really badass. I think potentially you've got some incredible footage coming from something like this. Let's maybe also drop the small drones, have them engaged so that this goes faster. But yeah, you've got this guy completely under control now. He's web scrammed, he's not going anywhere anymore. You're right on top of him and he's destroyed. Never really seen a kill from this view. Of course, now I'm trying to zoom out to get into the tactical camera, but that doesn't work. So you can switch to this one, which is the view that we would have taken. So yeah, you definitely don't do missions in that view. You zoom out way more. But then the tactical camera is a completely different view as well. This is very promising. This is just straight up very, very promising. Let's dock up here. Station Creodron dock. And let's maybe this time do the warp in first person here. That's the one thing that I've not done yet. And yeah, try to end up with some of my impressions here. The first person view is a blast and is going to be incredible for video makers, I think. The tactical camera is incredible as well. It really has that RTS feel. I would like to see more RTS functionality in that, like shift select and then have the camera actually move that box to the front of your screen and a way to quickly snap back to your ship. But other than that, those two will just completely change how we experience the game, I think. And then the orbit view, I think, needs a little bit of work. Because even here now, let's just stop before I actually dock. Even here now in first person view, look at the background. The background looks really good. The nebula is the nebula. This is just fine. So is the station. Move out to the tactical view. Obviously, the background still looks really quite nice, crisp as well, and your focus is not on that much because you are in a tactical view. You have a good view of the grid, so the background doesn't show any problems. But go into this view, your field of view is changed, and I don't know, I don't like the feeling of the background here. You can clearly see the pixelated edges here. You see much yeah, just too close to it. I feel like the changing of the field of view is a bit of a mistake. Sure, the station looks bigger, but I don't like the way the background looks. That would be my one complaint. And of course, bring back tracking camera in all of these modes, and then we're really talking some awesome potential stuff. But yeah, this is my first look at the new camera that the CCP is experimenting with. I think this has huge potential for the game to make things look completely different from different perspectives. I can already see videos with FC perspective in the tactical, and then add in, oh my god, Rooks and Kings are so going to do this. You've got an FC view in the tactical camera that shows and highlights different aspects of the fight, and then in between there you've got incredible footage, first person view, or really close zooming footage in the orbiting view. That's incredible. These are extremely awesome tools for experiencing the game differently and for bringing incredible footage from this sci-fi universe. I'm very excited for this. This looks absolutely very cool. Let's complete the mission. You know, that's my OCD talking. Oh, and I need to get the militants, which I can't, so I'm actually, this is sisi, who cares? But yeah, that was my first look at this camera setting, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.